Byss for Busos. Thank you for Busos. Thank you, Shiloh, for Bathos. Eternal time, gnashing teeth, because they couldn't let go of the flesh. It's also circumflesh daily self, the spiritual death. Although the flesh may suffer, he will cover you, he will heal. In the end, at judgments, when we're all judged, one final trump. The last trump. So, knowledge. So my people shall perish for lack of knowledge. Knowledge has, well, that's quite the word, is it not? Knowledge. Bathos. Bathos. Bathos is the word hell. Abathos. Bathos. Or abyss or a Busos. So I knew it didn't fit in here. I knew that wasn't meant to be here. This place is insane in the membrane. Everybody thinks they're on a planet, but that's you, Father. You made them perish for lack of, you said, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. That's what hell is. Hell's the stripping of the Aletheia, the Åbƴśś of Shiloh, of the bride, the wedding. Your name, your Shem, will be blotted out, as he said by Pornea, and he blotted out in the book of Colossians 2:14, the written handwriting testament. A new living will. Forward, the word knowledge is Byss. They have they're perverted. I live in a world that's a bunch of spinning perverts. They like to do the hokey pokey and turn themselves around. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. So, no Byss, no Bathos, no Busos. Dead people don't go to the sky, and there's only one judgment, one final shofar, one ram's horn shall sound. The skies will roll back like a scroll. He'll put one foot on the land and one foot on the sea. It says you'll be changed in the twinkling of an eye at the last trump. So, no getting out of here without tribulation. So, suffering, long, he said, suffering. And the lips, as Paul said, we must circumcise the flesh, the outer man, the laws of the flesh. We're not under law, flesh, not lawless, but remember, repugnant, the Constitution said. So under common law, there has to be a victim, or it's repugnant, but we won't go into that. We're talking about the abyss. So knowledge is the word hell. No knowledge is Satan, the devil. There's no vowels in Hebrew. No A-E-I-O-U, Jesus. No barnyard, Sex Pistol. Let me see your Decamai. He said, don't add. Now they've added a jot, of letters. A-E-I-O-U, Jesus. The barnyard, orgy, J's. There's no J's. There's no such thing as Jesus. Paul said another Jesus, if you want to translate with your transgender Jesus, your three-gender Jesus, man, woman, and beast, that's Yahweh, Baphomet. Satan, birthed on December 25th. Not Elohim, the Most High. I am. He said, before Abraham was, I am. Beast. How many beasts are there in the script? The beast out of the sea. 666 is the number of what? No Byss, no Bathos, no Busos. Knowledge. Revelation 9:11. 4 plus 5 is 9. 4 plus 7 is 11. When you skip Joe Biden, he said, you know I was a snake before you let me in. Then he let Joe Biden. 2 cheeks to the same hole, 2 wings to the same dragon. I didn't let him in. He let Joe Biden. So you get this, the sticker, huh? Did you get to play the Pokemon? Bow to the altar of Jabba in warp speed. Birth on December 25th. The Baphomet Yahweh. Now you take somebody's innocence by adding. He said add. That's rape. Insert. Fornicate with his word. He's the word called Åbƴśś. You don't speak any Hebrew, so don't put any vowels with Hebrew because there's no vowels in Hebrew. Shows you how much of an idiot you are. You don't know what you're talking about. So he said, I am, right? Before Abraham was, I am. Be comforted, I am. Peter, get behind me. Satan, stiff Peter. Does that get your blood pumping? Nimrod. Remember, Moloch killed his brother Nimrod. Oh, wait, Mel, tribes of Israel. He so loved, he gave him the inheritance, and he hated Esau. Before either were born, never done anything on this rock that you walk. That's not on a dot ball, is it? Are you on a ball spinning, corkscrewing at warp speed at 1,040 miles an hour on that jot? Maybe you're like a lady on her period. Moloch, that's Satan, Jesus Christ. Birthed on December 25th in the middle of the New Year's, right? In the middle of the winter, that's Satan, Apollyon, Mithra, the one that Donald Trump has his house decorated with. So, strip you of it. Hell is not below your feet. Heaven's not above your head. So, what the hell? Lizard men? No, get out of here. There's no lizard men. Listen, this guy's going to try to convince you that Chewbacca had a threesome with Anakin Skywalker, and they had Wookiee and Ewok, and now we got big feet. Hold on, let me get this guy's 2 big feet out of here. Get out of here. Pound sand. Kick rocks. Let's go back to the future. He said he's the Petra. Kick rocks. Keep kicking that until that turns into gravel, and then keep pounding that until it turns into sand. He said, don't build your house on sinking sand. He's the rock Petra. Back to the future. You want to go back in time? Pound sand. Oh. No O's in Hebrew. A-E-I-O-U, Jesus. There's no J's in Hebrew or Greek. Who's Jesus? Who's this Jesus you speak of? Name is Shem. Shem is all the book. Torah, authority. Now the ones blotted out in the book of Colossians 2 and 14. What's written on tablets? Not iPhone or Apple, you idiot. Like tablets of stone. They pounded it on the rock. Not, I don't know what these people are smoking. But anyways. What are you talking? What am I talking about? Ask the deaf ear. The deaf ear. What are you talking about? I'm talking about no knowledge. No knowledge. The word Byss, Bathos, and Busos is knowledge. He said, my people shall perish for lack of after other gods. Little g gods, deities, demons. Demon is that's a liar. The word demonion, it says devil in your little paper piece of, I go wipe my, you know what, with that. Let's not go there. Don't act like an ass. An ass is somebody who can't learn. Stubbornness and unwilling. Christ would call you a brute beast because somebody spoke, you say God. I didn't say God. I said God is a title. God is not ever written in any text or scripture, right? He was written on stone. What he was smoking. A bigger problem than you think. I got no problems. Father's put me through this suffering because that's the bride. They go through ellipsis. Do you know what that word means? Probably not. Do you know what the word means? Åbƴśś. Åbƴśś. That's the word. Father's the word Åbƴśś. You know the word alien? That's a word. That's not a phys scripture. You're on planet of the big feet. God is for weak, ignorant people. No. God is a title. You're an idiot. Okay, get out of here. We'll start taking away. Don't put any peg. Is that a peg out of here? What is his name? You got the Wu-Tang clients. You're out of here. He said, don't sup with vipers. Hold on, let me get rid of this swine. He said, don't cash your pearls. I said that God, the person that God said that God isn't the real. Whoa, Miss T, what do you want? What are you smoking there? What are you rolling scrolls and smoking on that paper there? People like to push drugs in here on people, so Christ is a God. Christ is a pagan term, never ever written in the scripture text ever once, and neither is God. You're an idiot. Get out of here, Anton. Robber, you're robbing. He said, anybody who enters by any other way is a thief and a robber. And so your name is Robber, right? Oh, it's the crybaby. Oh, crybaby. No sorrows in here, huh? Okay, so Anton, you're out of here. Hold on, we'll get rid of this swine. I don't have to sup with vipers, remember? You have someone in here said God's not real. Okay, Miss T, maybe you said something about somebody else. Well, I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. Yes, your pagan Satan orgy Jesus. Deck the halls, bells of holly, jingle, jangle, jingle. You're dangle, dingle, dingle. You're a retard, or you are some Nimrod. Get out of here. What are you singing? You're singing the old Christ Mass. Remember the Mass, eh? I got spurs. Oh, you're trying to do some kind of farmer or cowboy. No, you're not. Jingle, jangle. Nothing dangle or jingle on yours there, Nimrod. How's it hanging? Ah, nobody ever hung from crosses. So where'd the hanger go there? That's what I just said. I caught up to you. My bad. Whoa, Tonto. He said, whoa, if you don't boast because you know, but whoa, like the riders of Revelation on the horse, there's a first rider that's Roja. It's Blanco. Dos riders of the Revelation. Welcome to the last pages of the text. So he was talking about paper. I told you, I didn't know what they were smoking, rolling. They like to push drugs on people. Oh, Los Lobos Kikamos, Los Lobos Kikaface. Los, thanks for coming back. Good to see you again for a country minute. So this guy's thinking he's got singing some spur. You know, supposed to like a thorn in your side. They put crowns, so not like these little baby little thistles so thick in my love. Shallow, it went into his skull. And these people think he hung from a cross. Somebody said, how was it hanging earlier, I think. Okay, whatever you think there, child. Goodbye. Man, you're yapping. Yapping is a word that I think that's hilarious. I think people use the word yap. Where did people come up with this slang? They slang definition? None. Like meat eat priest, not fish, but none. Meat on Sunday. Priest eat meat on Sunday. Priest, you know. Kitty touch much. Get it? None. They eat none. Massy, human flesh, none. Like a penguin, black and white. Remember, like, what was it? Blues Brothers. We're going to see the penguin. All right. You guys are more entertained by movies. Yapping comes from the shrill bark of a small dog. Yapping. Okay, bark. Okay, that's a pretty good. I never heard it that way. Okay, I don't know who that is, so I don't care about idolatry, so you're out of here. Kitty touch much. Yeah, like priest meat eat on Sunday, or like Donald Warp Speed Trump, Trumpstein Island. No, yapping's not a term that just comes from talking too much when no one really cares. No, I think it definitely comes from Ethan's, who said yapping comes from the shrill bark of a small dog. You're an idiot. Get out of here. I'm going with I'm going with what Ethan said, not what you said. Myest? No. And you think you are saved. There's no such thing as being saved. Robber's a childish and an idiot. You can't be saved. Nobody's ever been saved. Saved, that's the Greek word sozo. You're lost in hell. Man made in God's. There's no such thing as God. We're humans. Human is number one species. Every animal and species has multiple. There's only one human. Well, that's true, Miss T. Only one race, the human race. There's no aliens. There's no big feet. There's no, what are these other things they got? Word, no Lucifer, no Jesus, no God. You know, you use the term God. That's never written in the text. The word is Åbƴśś. No Åbƴść is no spirit. No spirit is hell. No knowledge. No knowledge is what you get stripped with, because you're going to want just a jot of the aletheia. It's the word truth, but you can't handle the truth because you add to the text. He said, don't add a jot, or that is punctuation, grammar. Did you ever study? I didn't listen in school at all. I heard everything, but I didn't listen. It's kind of like when I came to this world, I'm like, this place sucks. Why is everybody not like me? And I'm not trying to be like anybody else. Like, this is like a walking, living nightmare. Why is everybody acting like everything's okay? Everything's not okay. And I knew that from a young age. So I was like, man, I don't want to be here. This place sucks. Not that I don't love what Father made and the creation of the animals and there are some people, but most people go to hell, which I learned later why I felt the way I did, because most people don't even know what hell is. Hell's not below your feet. Dead people don't go to the sky, nor do they. You go down in the ground, but hell's not below your feet. That's not what hell is. The word Byss, Bathos, Busos. He said, my people shall perish for the lack of Byss, Bathos, Busos. That's the word hell. Revelation 9:11. Says they have a messenger. That's an angel. Angels don't have wings, and angels don't come from the sky. Angel is the Greek word messenger. So stop little sky daddy Jesus, your Sex Pistol worship of balls in the sky. You can take your 2 balls, the man's nuts, grab them, and whatever. You're going to try to tell me that these ball gods, that Anakin Skywalker had Wookiee with the threesome with Chewbacca, and now we got big feet, right? Take your 2 big balls and your 2 big feet out of here. You little sky daddy triple gender Jesus. If you're going to use the letter J, there's no letter J in Greek, nor is there in Hebrew. So you act like a child. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. So hell is the word Byss, Bathos, Busos. As he started talking, Donnie, do you know where my son's at, Donnie? Donnie, I'm calling you out. I have a son that could, right, be murdered by Marshall Radonich or the Josephine County, or yes. So would you like to talk about that, Donnie? Because we'll go back to Byss, Bathos, Busos. If you have any on my son, Elijah John Werner, or my daughter, Adriana Massey, which is the eating of human flesh. Here we go. Come on, Donnie. Speak up, Donnie. Come on, Donnie. Speak up. Do you know anything? You interrupted the chat. Are you trying to get my goat? Goats are the greatest of all time. Most people go to hell. My son, he didn't go die if he's dead and go down to the ground, and now he's dead and died and judgment hasn't happened. So let's see, is there or is there not an order protection? What the hell are you talking about? You're an angel. Okay, well, give me go ahead, give me whatever you got. So on order protection, talk about the case. If you got something, See, remember, I don't hide anything. Not like Marshall, who said he was going to hide my son, who probably killed him. So would you like to speak up there, Donnie, again? Because I can go back to, I can multi-teach here. I can still teach and talk to you. And remember, I had a TikTok channel where we put 15 people, 108 people in here actually in and have a conversation. So if you like to have a conversation, I can conversate with everybody in here and still have a conversation. You're not a teacher. Okay, Robert, that's right. He said, call no man teacher. You're a false teacher, which is the word scorpizzo. Okay, so bye, Robert. Anybody who enters by any other way is a thief and a robber, but they'll know him by his what? Goodbye. So go cash your pearls somewhere else. Come on, Donnie. What happened with the grenades? Donnie, you said you knew something or something. You said, here he goes, going to start talking about his son. So speak up, Donnie. Speak up, because I can still speak to you and speak to everybody in this chat and still have a mindset. I got some song going in the back of my head. You've been here obviously before, so you know. You're trying to get in here, get my goat. Oh, it's going to talk about his son. Yeah, my son's still dead or missing. And my daughter, been raped by Marshall Radonich, Josephine County, Lake County, Oregon. You want to look it up? We can still teach. No Byss, no Bathos, no Busos is hell. Donnie don't know what the hell he's talking about. He's in there trying to get off with some sadomasochist, trying to make me upset or frustrate me so he can jack off and get his man chowder all over the screen, because that's what he gets off on, is seeing other people down. I have a son that could be murdered, and I can't even report his dead body. Yes, thank you. I like that. Janik, what would Jesus do? Bro, did you hear about a dog becoming a mayor of the small town? No. Let's start with a blue dream talk again. So Donnie, yes, blue dream. I use cannabis. So did my son. So you don't want to talk about my son anymore. You want to talk about cannabis. Donnie, you can't hold on to a conversation. You can't even answer. Don't moderate Donnie, please. Because Donnie, we're going to make an example out of Donnie. Donnie, you know you're one of those people, again, I'm going to make an example of. Keep Donnie in this room, okay? Donnie, you're one of those people who have an IP address. You're probably from America, and somewhere, sometime down the line, you probably pissed off somebody in the past. Do you realize how dangerous it is in here, Donnie, right now? That you could be unalived by, well, taken and waterboarded. Well, you can't waterboard somebody. That's illegal. I'm a military, police, in the Army. I know, law enforcement. I've been SWAT certified. He wants to talk about grenades. So, Donnie, do you realize that you have an IP address? I am not making any threat to you, Donnie. I'm not going to make an example. Everybody put Donnie in the chat if you want to stay in here. I'll moderate you out of here. You have to put Donnie in the chat. So you're out of here because I don't want to hear about Islam. Kitty touch much. Put Donnie in. Y'all making wild threats. So Chad's an idiot. He can't concentrate at all. Nobody's making a threat here. So thank you, guys. Listen, if you're in America right now, Donnie has an IP address. I'm not making a threat. I'm showing you how dangerous it is to be in America. Donnie has an IP address. And because there's people I'm a military police in the Army. I did that at 17. I'm willing to give my body for the cause if I have to. I did that at 17. Like a firefighter is willing to give their life for the cause, and him or her. You've never heard a song called Fuck the Firefighter, have you? So if you get offended by words, will you please leave? Because Donnie, he's not concentrating. He can't remember. I told you I can have a conversation. It's American woman. I can confirm what he's saying. It's American. Okay, so Destiny can stay in here. So listen. So Donnie could have said no to Destiny at prom or something, and now somebody's going to come kidnap Donnie because Destiny's husband is pissed off, and his 5 buddies. Destiny's wife doesn't even know. Destiny's husband doesn't even know that her husband's going to do this because he's pissed off at Donnie because she said something at his prom. Just look, I'm trying to show you how dangerous this could be because he's got an IP address. In America, they're failing the right of due process. If you think America is so dangerous, why don't you go anywhere else? Everybody look at it, Donnie, again. He doesn't know the situation because I can't leave because my son is possibly killed or dead until the end of probably next month. So Donnie, you're really making an ass of yourself. So I'm sure Donnie has said this before to somebody or been very like what he's doing to me. Tried to come in here and poke at me and always talking about his son. And yeah, I have a daughter that could have been raped by Marshall Radonich. I can't report neither of their bodies dead. So he's coming in here to try to, I already live a nightmare of a life, and you can look at it. It's live stream. Let's talk about the grenade. Let's talk about Blue Dream. Can you even keep a conversation? So Donnie wants to come in here and upset. So obviously Donnie's done this before. Now keep in mind, we had Desiree, I think it was in here, that, like I said, let's just put anybody. He has an IP address, and in the same day, somebody could, in the tech world we live, could come pick them up because it's so dangerous in America that I'm a prior law enforcement officer, and I know that under the Fourth right and Fifth Amendment right of due process, your Miranda right, they have to show cause, probable cause, on a warrant to accost your body and just rip you from somewhere or articulate a crime that you have committed. They can't just rip you off the streets. That your right of due process is being violated under your accosting your body under your Fifth Amendment right. That's if they're going to take your body. That's called your Fifth Amendment right. If they're going to arrest your body, arrest your wrist, and take and kidnap you without warrant, if they don't have a warrant or don't have probable cause on why they're taking, this is all being violated right now. These people are J6ers, whether you like it or not. These are private contractors. I've worked in a prison, okay? Federal, I've done this. I've had the boot on my foot, on the people, the neck. I've been like I said, in law enforcement, SWAT, special weapons and tactics. I've done this, okay? You don't have to like what I'm saying, but you will shut up and moderators now moderate anybody who's not on subject that doesn't. Keep Donnie in here. Keep Donnie over the target here, because we're going to show how dangerous it is for somebody like Donnie that he's got an IP address, and somebody could come pick up Donnie with 5 guys with Amazon badges. Guys, these are people aren't identifying themselves. What badge, number, then who? These guys are dressed in purple shirts, and these are private contractors, J6ers, and Proud Boys that are kidnapping people under the right of due process being violated, whether you like what I'm saying or not. So Donnie could be disappeared in a matter of moments the same day, because 5 people could have already been planning and waiting for this, you might call an opportunity to take and come pick Donnie up, and nobody's going to say shit around you. Move back, ISIS, 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 ISIS. We got our own ISIS on the streets of this country right now. Wasn't bad enough we got uniformed thugs that were supposed to identify themselves. Now we're talking about, I don't know, I'm just vibing. See, if Donnie's in here, he don't understand how dangerous this is. Put Donnie in the chat again so this guy can get off on his little vibe. See, Donnie could have did something as a younger, even in high school or something, and now 5 guys could come with something. They could buy any of these type of weaponry, have it already, get Amazon badges, and could kidnap him off the street the same day. Like Amazon, put it in the box like Jeff Bezos. They don't care. They just put it in the box. Amazon don't give a fuck like Jeff Bezos. They just put it in the box. Prison guards. Like Donnie's gone. 5 guys now. Booze boarding isn't illegal because waterboarding is. You see how dangerous this country is right now, brothers, sisters? It could you said some no to somebody at prom or something if you're a woman. So Donnie is an idiot because he's got an IP address. And he came here to try to fuck with me because I can't even report my son and daughter murdered in the state that I live in Oregon. He thought he'd get me off, and now he's in the center light that I can still have a conversation about Byss, Bathos, Busos, because Father created me for who I am. He creates all things. He created Donnie. Donnie is a vessel of wrath fitted for destruction from the foundation of the world. And so I'm not trying to have any personal thing. We had some guy from Texas wanting to come beat me up. Like, you don't get it. I'm pointing out people like Donnie. We live in an age of tech, brothers, sisters, and we're about to get super tech that's going to, they already got a McDonald's that doesn't even have a person like Donnie working there. Oh, may I take your order, please? Whatever, welcome to McDonald's, eat your kids. All right, so Donnie could be taken right off the streets of America because 5 guys, he could walk right out his front door and they could be planning this out very easily, and you're gone. A U.S. citizen could be disappeared. This dangerous nation has never been so dangerous because of the tech, brothers, sisters, and so people talk a lot of shit on the internet. But, he just doesn't realize that he's, if Father's the only one keeping this going like it is. So it's quite alarming to me that people don't realize how dangerous this country is. And in the tech world we live in, you shouldn't go saying something on the internet because somebody could get your eye. I don't care if you try to hide it, So I'm not saying I have any qualm next. I'm showing you how dangerous this country is. A veteran who took a note to the right of the people. People like Donnie could speak up. You know what I'm saying? I don't have anything against Donnie. It's the fact that Donnie still, as I took a right to the oath to remember, redress grievances, First Amendment, Congress, natural law, common law, the organic right of the people, constitutionally protected right by the federal government is not there to make rights. Congress makes law, but protect the God-given natural right of the people that they have a First Amendment. Congress shall establish no law prohibiting the exercise of free speech, right to redress grievances as I'm using my first, right? The right to, free speech, not free will, but free speech. Congress shall establish no law prohibiting the exercise of free speech of the press, the right to redress grievances, form militias, redress grievances, part of that First Amendment, right? Form well-regulated militias, peacefully assemble. These are all First Amendment rights, okay, under your First Amendment. So he's using that. He's exercising it. That's fine. He's not inciting violence, but he came in trying to fuck with me about my son, Elijah Werner, that I can't even be reported dead in the state of Oregon after the state of Oregon swatted my house over a probation, they say violation, that my son didn't just do his probation once, who I have witnessed that he did with 5 people, but he's put his head down after calling his attorney 3 times, multiple witnesses. And his probation officer said he could have got off at 17 months off of probation because he did everything he was supposed to do after 5 months to leave here and did all his. And they said he didn't do it, so he did it again. And then they still came to throw him in jail. And I said, that's enough. You're not going to throw my son in jail. That's stupid. He's already done this probation now twice. You're just fucking with him because people like me have been on the internet. So Donnie could be these people that the government has on to me. And I'm not afraid of the government, brothers and sisters. I work for the fucking government. Fuck the police, fuck the Department of Justice all the way down, and fuck Donald Trump. He don't intimidate me. None of these PDF files intimidate me. Father created me to do what I do. So no man's going to intimidate me like Donnie. I'm just, as I took an oath to the constitutional right of the people, it was to protect the right. And Donnie is violating his own, self later because he's coming out here trying to mess with me. Listen to what I'm telling you. You could go see the SWAT raid. I'd live stream it. Not very many people get to film an actual SWAT raid, but I filmed it because I knew they were coming. I gave this state plenty of chance to come in here and talk to me, call me. They never chose to do that. Instead, they came in here and assaulted my son and daughter in their sleep with a grenade. That is a violation of civil rights, and I haven't even filed this. I have an attorney. I have an attorney, a criminal attorney, but they kidnapped my daughter. And I can't even report now that I believe that Marshall Radonich off Mount Creek in Wolf Creek, Oregon, who I've reported this to Josephine County, and every time I report my son's dead or missing body or daughter's raped or dead or missing body, I get thrown in jail or threatened to be thrown in jail. So this is all on the live stream. So this is what he wanted. Donnie's getting off on this, okay? But Donnie doesn't really have any understanding of this case or what it's like to be me. Imagine being a parent in America where you serve this country, you have an honorable discharge, and we're not going to go into that, and you can't report your son dead or daughters missing bodies, and you keep getting thrown in jail. So Donnie came in here. He's probably just loving it right now. He's like, this is what I wanted him to talk about because I know this hurts him. His heart is hurting, and now I'm making him see everybody. Now I'm making him feel the pain. He wants to rip that scab off. So that's some kind of S&M kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. You're deriving your pleasure from other people's pain. That's what they did to Christ, if you think about it. And that's pretty sick, twisted kind of mindset. So please be careful. There are people like Donnie that live in America, and maybe they could be a victim of what I'm saying, or they can victimize you off of be able to just come right now in America and kidnap you off the streets with 4 or 5 guys dressed like prison guards. They're all different, like dudes in purple shirts and shit. It's a great, and go put you in a box and take you out and booze board you because waterboarding is illegal. It is. I'm a military police, so I know torture. I ain't telling you I don't want to do anything to Donnie, but this is a very dangerous time in the right of the people. I still care. I hate this country. I wipe my ass with the American flag. You know what I'm saying? If you're offended by a flag, I didn't take an oath to a flag, the people, or even the country. I took an oath to the right, the common law right of the people. So that's organic. That can't be, it was God protected. So that's what I'm protecting. And if I suffer so well, Christ stood up to the law, the church, and the government, and they threw him in jail. They may have killed my son and daughter. I can't change that. All of our day of deaths is written. No man's going to take my life. They came in with 25 men armed to the teeth with special weapons and tactics with training that I have had prior. Certification, prior reconstruct, all this, knowing that instead of me calling, they just assaulted my son and daughter. Donnie, you there? Are you jacking off? Are you happy now, Donnie, that I'm talking about my son? Here, this is probably a $25 million grenade pin, but I haven't filed a lawsuit because I don't want to sue the state of Oregon. That makes the taxpayer have to pay. These are grenade pins. This is how they woke my son and daughter up, with a warrant or not. I don't care. They didn't even have a warrant for my daughter. They're covering up for what they did out here. The SWAT team in the state of Oregon, it's live stream. Remember, you don't hear them grenade my son and daughter. You hear them grenade me to the face. That's another probably $25 million hand grenade. This is not a projectile. Like this is fired. They fired 5 of these tear gas canisters and wrecked this property, this ministry, Silver Rock Ranch out here in the desert that's been offered to provide emergency housing for people with animals during the Oregon fires and the Paradise fires. Without even caring, they just came and wrecked all the, corrals and all the pens out here. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't understand what's going on with somebody like Donnie, he's trying to get my goat, but Donnie's going to have to answer one day, either in this life, because somebody's going to just come, Jeff Bezos his ass, throw him in a box because Five Guys, he's been an asshole his whole life or something. But I have no ill intentions towards Donnie. I'm trying to point out the right of the people, because I do that, then I suffer, and they may have killed my son and daughter, because I'm a kind of person that's had 6 YouTube channels, 6 YouTube channels. And I've been doing this for 12 years on this thing. So it's not like, why do you guys keep putting 67? What is your stupid shit with 67? What is this? Anybody want to explain? I mean, I know gematria, so. Does anybody know what that means? We'll take a pause. Are you still in here, Donnie? Pokemon must be a game or something to him, huh? Pokemon. I think I know what that is. I seen some. It's a meme or something. Yeah. Okay, I got that. It's a meme. Worldly thing. So anyways, brothers, sisters, I live in a country where I served in the United States Army, and I serve this country, and I serve the right of the people, and they come in, and I asked for them to bring, actually during the COVID, special weapons and tactics vehicles out to protect this community. So this is a deeply rooted case, and I'm still 16, 17 months now, and I have spent over $100,000 easily to try to protect my son. They're still trying to throw him in jail if he's alive, because he has an open warrant for his arrest. They dropped my daughter's charges because they kidnapped her. Now both him and her are missing, and they know that because he didn't show up to his trial, which is stupid because we have all the evidence. He did his probation 2 times. 2 times. 2 times. Not once, but 2, like 2 grenade pins, where I haven't filed these civil lawsuits because I think it's criminal to make the taxpayer pay for the criminal behavior of their law enforcement community or supposed to be public servants. So I did ask the community that I live in, Lake County Sheriff's Office, to bring the special weapons and tactics vehicle out to protect our businesses during the COVID, and protested the government, protested Kate Brown, and protested the elected Sheriff Michael Taylor, Sergeant Rorick, Sam Birch, all these people that were working at the sheriff's office, and told them to bring their vehicles out. Not the first time to flatten the curve, but the second time, where the first time to go around, we lost 2 to 3 million small businesses like the ones that are still now, none of them are here today. All of them gone because nobody wanted to stand up. And we all know that was a scamdemic. It was all pre-planned. And I don't care what anybody thinks, because Father's going to judge me. No, Shiloh's going to cover me for the sins of the world. They hit me right in the side of the face with a grenade. I shouldn't even be able to talk, walk, breathe. I suffered hemorrhaging for 6 months, concussion. I've still yet to go to the doctor. Stroke. I still breathe tear gas in this damn cabin because I can't get it all out of here. You have to have a professional. They fired 5 of these. That's called excessive force. They woke up my daughter without a warrant for her arrest by grenade. I don't care if they have a warrant. This is over a probation, brother says, not like a victim cry where there's a victim. This is my saying my son didn't do his probation. He did it 2 times. And I provided 258 hours of live streaming where thousands of people, had come in for 258 hours. There were literally people calling all of these counties, telling them, stand down. This father has, this dad has proof of all of his stuff. We had locals calling saying, stop it. You're excessively, the local, you got a chip on your shoulder because this guy stood up against you and used his First Amendment right to redress grievances. No, I haven't gone to the doctor, Ethan. I don't have time for that. It's been 17 months now, and I can't even get the cops to take a report of my son, and they shot him. My son got shot with his hands in the air. They first assaulted him and my daughter. See why they want to cover up for this? They kidnapped my daughter. without a warrant. You have to have a signed judge, like what they're doing right now in the streets, brothers and sisters. The right of due process has been failed in this case, and they don't want to look at it. And even to this day, I have a paid attorney. He's like, that's not going to matter. We're going to beat the case anyways. We don't need to talk about your son's 180 hours. So it was all worthless. I just spent 17 months of my life trying to help my son, and it doesn't even matter. They still, to this day, will not look into his 180 hours plus the 133 that he did to this day. And I have a pay. I just gave him tens of thousands of dollars. I put everything I have out on this case. I already started 5 years ago. Remember when I was protesting the sheriff's office when my son originally got in trouble on this case. So that's why they came out and threw grenades and tried to get rid of me. See, I know what they try to do. If this ever went to a federal case and they looked at any type, and I'm going to take it to civil lawsuit now because they took me to trial. I made my statement. They had a chance to stand down because they already have dropped my daughter's case, but I want them to stop this tirade. And now even the attorney says because they have dropped the case against my daughter, there is no criminal conspiracy in the case. So that wrecks their charges of trying to charge me with criminal conspiracy, interfering with a peace officer, hindering prosecution. I got thrown in jail for harassing and menacing the police before telling the local sheriff, hey, you need to go look for my son. It's been a whole year and you're going on other people's property, going on their property, in their houses, without warrant, failing and harassing people. Do your damn job, Josh. I've known you before you were ever a cop in this town. You know, it's a small town. I've done business with you. Now go do your damn job. You're not doing it. And he throws me in jail for telling and brings charges against me and removes my Second Amendment right from me because I'm using my First Amendment right. So I've been thrown in jail for trying to report my son's body missing or for them to look into the case, but they don't want to look into it at all. And it's been 17 months. So, well, I don't even know anymore, Ethan. So it's okay, brothers and sisters. I'm all right. You know, as far as I know, God's in control. But I will file these civil lawsuits now. I tried everything for this state and this county to stand down. And they're the ones who chose. So I will be returning all of this back to this ministry, Grace and Truth Ministries. This is High Desert Faith and Truth. And what as much as I can back to the taxpayer because I've avoided these $25 million grenade pins and there are 5 of these that were shot in. They wrecked this place and destroyed. My animals had to be taken. One of them left out of here and I got back in deplorable condition. So I'm not have no vengeance against no man. If Marshall killed my son and daughter, what can I do? I try to report it. The cops still to this day will not go look. And it's even harder because I know where my son and daughter are possibly at. Now, I say possibly, I knew where they're at. See, when I reported Josh there, so you know where my son and, my son's at. You guys are on. I knew they knew something when I reported because I'm supposed to report to Josephine County his missing body in that county. I don't report it to the state police. I report it to the county he went missing in, the last known location. So I tell Josh, you know where my son's at. You cops know something. He throws me in jail for harassment. I call Josephine County. They say he's in that county. So I wasn't wrong. So I've been thrown in jail for no reason and been charged with harassing and menacing the police when they've actually been out to my property as a prior military police officer, prior police officer, forensic, prior reconstructionist, Highway Patrol Academy, Oklahoma State. I did this for a living. I pulled the forensics on what they did. They were running over my driveway in their fucking cop cars. Well, they're not cop cars out here. They're trucks with crash bars. I pulled. Then they go drive right back with their same vehicles so I can take their prints and match up the forensics on the crash bar and how far the inside dimension and outside dimension of the tire. And, they don't care. They can just come out here and menace and harass me. So who do you call when the cops are driving over it? Now, they've already come here once, remember? Now they're doing it again just to intimidate me. So they can get away with this in little small towns. Normally, they get 98.5% of cases across the U.S. to take a deal. People like me they're far and wide that stand up and go, no, I'm going to have a verdict by jury. You're not going to hang me with one man in a black robe. I'd rather be tried by a jury pair of my 12 of my own peers than one man in a black robe. I'm not afraid of you. You work for the chief of finance, the district attorney. You're just there to try to scare me. And I'm not scared of any of these judges. I've already put these judges on notice of liability, took over my right of subrogation of the merchant number, or what you call your straw man, or your social security number, or your capital letter name in open court. And the judge said I made my record, and I put him on that notice of liability for all property damage, all damage to physical, emotional, punitive damages, and put the judge, seated judge, and told him, you're not a judge. You are not acting in a judicial capacity. You're not operating in an Article 3 court. You are trying to, you don't have any authority because you're not operating in an Article 3 court, and you don't have any authority over me. I'm exercising my right of subrogation. You know what you're talking? Do you know what I'm talking about? No, this is very seldom this is even done in open court. There are 400 fake judges in America. There's 3 article courts in the U.S., whether you understand what I'm talking about or not. First is an administrative. That's not judicial. To be charge you, it has to be under Title 18. Title 18, okay? Original statutes, judicate to the House, Congress, or Senate, or it's repugnant. And I'm not even bringing this up in trial. I already did this in open court. You understand? I'm not even including this in my case. When they arrested me, are you here, Donnie? Are you still in here, Donnie? Are you getting off? See, we can have multiple conversations on why people like me get attacked and they kill my son and daughter, because they don't want people like me. I'm not sovereign. I'm a constitutionalist. I'm telling you what the Constitution says. You got your right. Now, Donnie, you still in here? Did you clean? Did you get your rocks off? How many times did you man chowder yourself? Did you? Yeah, Jessica, give them all the forensic evidence. That's what I believe. But you got Donnie who came in here and said, start talking about your son again, where I can't even report his body dead or murdered to now the state police, where I've already reported him to Josephine County, and they threatened to throw me in jail because I have to report it because that's the county he went missing in. And I wasn't wrong when I told these local cops, here's where you know where he's at, and they threw me in jail, and it doesn't matter. They came out and took, and I'm a farmer, all my right to even protect my animals, but they can come here with 25 men with guns, but take my guns from me because all I'm asking is them to come look at my son's hours that he did twice, that I have record of. This is all over a probation supposed violation that he didn't violate. He did his probation 2 times. They're just fucking with him because they don't like me. When they fuck with him, they get to me, just like Donnie. In here, you piece of shit, Donnie, now I'm going to call you out. You sat in here, get your rocks off, Donnie. Is this what you wanted? So we'll go back to the lesson here, because you're going to have to answer for being, a prick. Maybe someday somebody will just come pick you up with 5 guys because they got your IP address. Do you realize somebody could be at your door, Donnie, right now? Because you're so open. You're on YouTube. You're not hiding shit. You're here on the internet. So you better probably been a prick your whole life. Yeah, so look at this. Anybody want to say something about Donnie before we get him out of here? Because this is the epitome of the American, person. Proud American, piece of shit, don't care about his own citizens, whatever, being kidnapped right off the streets of America by thugs with fucking guns, private contractors, J6ers, and Proud Boys, most of them, a lot of them. So, Donnie, have you been a prick your whole life? Because you, like anybody in this country, could be just disappeared by 5 guys in a van. Would you like to make the comment about that? Get in the box like Amazon. They don't give a fuck. Just put them in the box like Jeff Bezos, like, prison guards. They don't care. They just put you in the box. Do you have anything to say there, Donnie, for yourself? You've shown, what I'm saying? You're just, this is how dangerous this country. People like you can use your First Amendment. Sure. But even are you doing it to even put any kind of fruit here? Because we normally kick people out of here like really quick. You came in here, did you get my goat? Or are you happy? Did you get what you wanted? Did you get what you came for? Because that's like sadomasochist. That's disgusting. You're beating me up, which I'm already being beat up because I can't report my son dead or murdered or daughter's murdered or dead rape body to the state police, where I've already reported to Josephine County, and they won't take the report. And they keep getting thrown in jail. So did you get what you wanted in here, Donnie? It's a sick kind of fucking mindset. So, it's a dangerous country where you could be unalived or you could be taken into the woods and booze boarded, not waterboarded, because that's not, I'm a military police. I know how to torture First one in the battle and the last motherfucking one to leave. Everybody reports to the 95 Bravo military police. Intelligence, Cab Scouts, Marines, Semper Fi, tip of the spear. So did you get what you wanted there, Donnie? Your mindset is you live in a let's see, Donnie said, if you had to notice, I don't want any pain from you. I was curious based off your previous sessions if you've had. Oh, now you're acting like you give a fuck. Okay, he's just mad because everyone called him Donnie Princess School. But go off. So they're hiding the murders. So sup, Shawn Michaels. Okay, not Shawn Michaels. No, we're not doing any of that 67 Shawn Michaels. I thought it was, what's his name from Stray Kids? When I wear the hat, you know, I put on the hat, you put the cowboy hat on, you may grow the beard back so you guys stop talking about my fucking jawline. So, anyways, Donnie, it's a very dangerous, you don't really give a shit about me and don't act like you do. This is a very dangerous country. I took a note to the right of people. So thanks for making me have the opportunity to make a complete example out of what kind of person lives in America, why this country is so dangerous, because people don't have lost their humanity. And you have none, if any. So things are going to break down in scripture. I don't think your future is looking very good if you're not willing to even help anybody. You came in here to poke at me like you act like you care. So if that's what you were hoping, I don't know you, therefore I can't care about you. I was genuinely curious. No, you weren't curious, Donnie. You came in here with ill intentions, and I know it, that everybody in here is a witness. Here he goes again. Here he goes. Look how you brought it up. Remember how you brought it up, Donnie? Say I haven't forgot it. He's going to talking about his son again. That's pretty fucked up. Remember how you brought it up? Anybody in here remember how Donnie brought it up? Most people, they're out of here pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? They could come and go. But remember how Donnie brought it up? Who's been a witness? When he first said this shit, when he first came in there, we're going to start talking about his son. See? The way you brought it up, like you care. Why is anyone here? No. Now we don't give a fuck. You're done talking, Donnie. That you can just keep, we'll keep ear to see so you can be a little bit of witness before I do get you out of here. Remember how this guy brought it up? If it's maybe it's Donnie. Oh, it's a female. Oh, my bad. It's a female. See, I don't get to see the thing Donnie like Donna. Jezebel. Girl, don't go away mad. Just go away. Hold on, girl. Jezebel. Hold on. This is a Jezebel. Either way, it don't matter. Probably sewn body parts and twisted. So anyways, remember how Donnie, who was here, even if I have just one witness, because he not going to get away with this because Father and Shiloh, there's a judge on the other end of this. Nobody's going to get away with nothing. Father's inside us. He's in the heart of the bride. Remember, he calls out to that wicked heart, to people like Donnie, to say the disgusting filth that he did when he came in with this. His tension was in his first approach on how he came in. Oh, you be the witness to yourself. Yeah, whatever, Donnie. You are the kind of person in America that I warn people about not coming to this country because of people just like you, Donnie. Jezebel. Your Jezebel spirit showed right through when you said it. So, did anybody be a witness how Donnie came in? Did anybody, Donnie owns you, Sally. No, Donnie doesn't own me, Don V. You're like Donald John, the pedophile president. So get out here, Don V. Nanu. Those who say peace and safety, sudden destruction will come upon those who call out for peace and safety. MAGA. So, did anybody witness how Don? Okay, well, Jeremy, I'll repeat it because he was his own witness, and then I'll have you for me moderate him just because thanks for being a witness here, Jeremy. He came in and said, oh, he's going to start talking about his son. Like he wanted to trigger the conversation where I was just trying to talk about the abyss, no knowledge, just teaching here. Try not to talk about my son. You know what I'm saying? Yep, I'm overreacting because I have a dead daughter or murdered or missing or can't report them. That's how I'm overreacting. So that's okay. So that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to have to be accountable. I don't have any ill intention. So what the thing I was trying to do is just make kind of a lesson out of Donnie. You can get rid of him now because I don't care about Donnie. It's okay. I don't remember that we live in a very dangerous nation state. You know what I'm saying? Um, so bye-bye, Donnie. You're a prick. And someday you will pay for what you've done after this death of this life. You are going to have to pay. You're not getting away with anything. You know what I'm saying? Nothing, Donnie. You're not going to get it with what you did in here. Your intentions, he sees everything. So don't worry about it. Nothing, no ill intentions towards you. You're some idiot that doesn't even understand how dangerous this country, and nor do you care about the right of the people. So I'm trying to do this for people like Jessica, because maybe Jessica was, something that she said no to some guy at prom or something, and he's been waiting. He's got pictures of her, every article. I don't mean to freak you out, Jessica, but this could happen, like what comes around goes around. Okay, whatever, Donnie. Bye-bye, Donnie. So I'll do it myself. So, Jessica, maybe you said no to somebody like prom, that you said no. You know what I'm saying? Right? And that, and now this guy, like he puts the lotion on the skin, kind of weird, freaked out dude, but he's got every picture, you know what I'm saying, of you since high school, because you know what I'm saying, and you don't know this, and now he's got 4 or 5 buddies, Jessica, that you're married, you think you're secure, then bam, you walk out the door and ice, baby, get away, ice, and then they come sneak you off because you could be poor in this country and they'll take you off the streets for being too poor. It ain't about being a foreigner anymore. Remember, too poor or you have a mental disorder. Jessica, you know how many people come in here and tell me I have a mental disorder? I think I'm doing pretty good considering the fact that I have been thrown in jail, assaulted, grenaded, tear gassed. My animals have been, had to suffer all this time. So, but you understand, that's all I was doing with Donnie. So Donnie ever came in here with an ill intention to try to get me to talk about my son and daughter, you know what I'm saying? And this is the kind of cruelty we live in the world where people, Jessica, get up every day, and if you don't read scripture, remember, Father created vessels of wrath fitted for destruction from the foundation of the world. You understand? Most people are evil. It says, broad is the way that leads to the wide gate. That's hell. When it's your turn to be judged, you'll get what you deserve. Some people just need to understand that more. Well, but they can't understand that, Crossy, because they think that Christ was hung on a cross and they're religious idiots. And they did what, like he said, what goes around comes around. There's no karma. Father created all things, everything not and never, everything that ever will be, everything not written, everything that ever will. So if it hadn't yet been happened yet, Father still created it. So they don't understand there's one judgment, one judgment, one judgment, one final shofar. Everybody, I don't care how old you think this rock is, will face, you have to endure to the end to be saved. You know what I'm saying? Jake, it's on the live stream. It's called live stream. Live stream. There's 3 videos on the playlist on the live stream. You got to go to the live playlist. That's where it's at. SWAT raid, Oregon State Police. So not easy to watch. Had a beard. Hope you're not one of these jack-offs that's going to, and I don't think you are, Jake. You know what I'm saying? Come in here just to get your rocks off when somebody else is paying. Sucks not knowing where my son is at. I love him a lot, and I should have listened to him over some stupid precious metals. I probably got him killed because of my words. I didn't listen to him. And then I went back and told Marshall, the guy I think who killed my son, said, hey, I'm going to find out where you said you had the silver and gold. Now you say my daughter has it. I'm going to find out, and think that gave him the motive to go kidnap my daughter. It's my fucking mouth that got him killed. My daughter at that point kidnapped, and then her brought down there. So they both went missing in supposedly September. So anyways, it is what it is. Father's in control. I can't do anything about it. I'm not going to make any plans because I just spent 17 months and I'm a lot worse off. Wait, so you deny the Messiah? John, who's the Messiah? Who's the Messiah? Who's the Messiah? That's the word Hamashiach in Hebrew. John, you speak any Hebrew? Oligos? Any Greek? Little bit? Fraction? No, Jesus, not the Son of God. Jesus is Satan, the sun god Mithra. There's no J's in Hebrew. God is never written in the scripture. So you go after another Jesus. So you don't know who, so don't talk to me. You just quickly brushed over how you got your kids killed. What the? My son said, Dad, take the gold and silver, buy the double cab Tacoma, go on the road. All you care about is God. Stop trying to hang out here at the property thinking they need property. Go on the road. You have everything. You said when I turned 18, you were going on the road. And now I'm 25 and now you have everything you need. You're saving that silver for me. What the fuck do you have gold for, Dad? We don't collect gold. We're not gold bugs. We're silver bugs, Dad. Why do you have gold? Son, I didn't listen to you with the Bitcoin. I'm trying to diversify you. You're smart. I didn't listen to you. So because I didn't listen to my son, I got him killed. And my daughter. Potentially when I told Marshall, someday I'm going to find out this case can be over and that ending date is December 2nd. Now, finally, after 17 months. I'm going to find out, Marshall, you said you had my gold and silver and my passport, and now you're saying my daughter has it. I just want to get my dog and go. Bye. And I'm pretty much that gave him the motive because like, oh shit, already took that fucking gold from Elijah when he said, hey, that's between me and you. That's not my dad's dick. Give that back to my dad. And I think he went bam and shot my son right there. And has been hiding his body in the gold mines off Mount Creek in Wolf Creek, Oregon, as I reported to Josephine County. Got thrown in jail for trying to report my son dead or missing. Been threatened by Josephine County judge to be thrown back in jail. So, I didn't want this to happen. I'm just a dad trying to protect his son from being thrown in fucking jail. I didn't have a record. Christ's sake, fuck, man. Just assert my constitutional right to protect him from illegal prosecution. So people come in here and are rude as fuck, man. Imagine living in a country where you served, you have an honorable discharge, and now they won't even fucking take a report of your son's dead or missing body because they said they don't have jurisdiction. So, like, look at these dumb motherfuckers in here. Father creates so much evil. God damn, he creates so much evil. You ain't even seen shit too, brothers, sisters. They're in the narrow way. Sorrows is what he says. Get ready for a takeover. I guarantee most of these idiot fake Christians are going to go bye-bye because that's just the way it's written in the text. So I'm not even worried about, I'm not trying to change anybody in here. That's the problem. I'm being a witness to what Father tells me to do. Stand up to this through Christ, Shiloh, not with guns. They brought guns and shot me, my son, with his fucking hands in the air, grenaded my son and daughter in their sleep. They brought a physical assault and battery. You know what I'm saying? So what's the Bible say about corn addiction? Now, darks, dude, don't moderate darks because that's kind of a conversation that's worth talking about. Oh, that's all right. We'll leave it alone. So anyways, I'm not trying to call out for any of you to understand it. You got to do your own damn investigation. I can't even get the cops to go look for my son's body and daughters where I know where they're at. And now I don't even know if they're there anymore because Marshall can easily watch this fucking live stream and remove their bodies from the gold mines where I believe that Marshall is a fucking mover of bodies from using the cannabis industry to use bodies as slaves to work for the cannabis industry. Now the cannabis industry is dead in Oregon. Now gold is $4,000 and silver is almost $50. They've already made their transition. And they strip mine. This is where Marshall said he could take my son and daughter. And I told them, no, we're not hiding. So it's all here. 258 hours of live streaming before we were SWAT raided here. Me, my son, and my daughter here. And they came in a dead sleep, woke up my son and daughter with a fucking grenade. So that's a civil lawsuit. Period. Where the hell I put the grenade pins, which I don't need to keep showing you guys. I don't carry it anymore. I haven't filed a lawsuit and I'm going to now. So I don't give a fuck, Darks. I don't have anything to hide in court. Do you understand, motherfucker? I got a court date on December 2nd, and they don't want to fucking talk about anything other than, did you tell your son not to stop the car? Yes, that's all they're going to bring into court. Nothing. Yes, I have the assault on live stream. Absolutely. And I've invited, and I'm not inviting anybody now, but anybody right now could take the live stream content and create a channel if you'd like and make thousands of dollars if you need an income stream. I won't cop any of the, I don't want any of the money. I can't use my IP address. I've been on YouTube for 12 years and have 6 channels. I get barred off selling off Marketplace, all that shit. You don't know what my life is like. So I ain't trying to make coming into your life. I would allow anybody to use this content of the SWAT raid. I've already asked, and I'm not going to ask anymore for it to be brought to Chile, you know, Long Island Audit, Brian from High Impact Flicks. Here's the deal, you know, all these auditors. It's a Christ-like to audit. Stick that in their face and hold them accountable, you know. But whatever, that you do you. I ain't trying to change you. All I'm saying is I've even invited anybody here before now to take and help me get a civil lawsuit attorney, because I don't want to file the civil lawsuit. That makes the Oregon taxpayer. I don't give a fuck. It brings your character into question. Go fuck yourself, George. Go fuck yourself. Why are you banned? It brings your character. Dude, this dumbass don't know shit. Like he's gonna know anything about the case. Your character. How about me standing up for my son and just telling him, hey, come look. You know what I'm saying? Come look at these, you know, hours that he did with the 5 people that he did it with. Then look at the 133 hours that he did with Sheriff, you know, Black and Officer Dumar, and it did it at the fucking gardens and all the people who he did it with. So stop being an idiot. Be quiet. Don't speak up in here. So you don't know anything about the case. Don't speak up. Do your own investigation. I don't care what you think about my character. They ain't even looking at that. All they're looking at is, did you dash your son? Which it's on the playlist. It's on the playlist. That the video where we're coming down the street, because I was going to go get my daughter a shower because she ain't been here and I wasn't going to let her go, you know, because her husband was about to be thrown in prison for fucking 7 years illegally. I said, no, you're staying here to be with your husband. You're going to sleep next to him. If you ain't going to be with him for 7 years, fuck you. Give me your keys. You're staying here. You're not going anywhere. So after 2 weeks, and I have multiple showers, but I wanted her to go get, you know, a normal shower. We went there. The cops followed us all the way back to the house, didn't turn their lights on until we got, you know, and then they didn't even turn their lights on. They pulled up to the house, didn't identify themselves, didn't get out of the car, didn't say anything. I went back in the car. I'm a prior felony police officer. I know how to perform a felony traffic stop. They would have shot me dead. Get on the ground, motherfucker. If I was going to go back to the car, he didn't even say anything. He didn't even get out of the car. I told him to leave, turn around and leave, and he did. No lights, no sirens, no identifying. They called this some kind of felony pursuit. So that's not a felony pursuit. So anyways, that's on the live stream. That's on the live stream playlist. So if you want to see it, it's on there. This is what they're using in court against me. Just the live stream. They're not going to even have my son that was in the fucking car at my trial because he's missing, dead, and he can't be there. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? Or my daughter who was in the car, who they charged her with hindering prosecution, interfering with the police officer because she said to tell him not to stop, but that's not. She didn't physically stop. She said that's not hindering prosecution. You understand? And so they've already dropped her case and her charges, which makes my criminal conspiracy in the case, because they charged us all with criminal conspiracy, her with 2 felony counts, 1 of hindering a police officer and hindering prosecution for telling my son, don't stop the car, which I didn't fucking hear that. I didn't hear her say that. But that's not hindering prosecution. She didn't grab the wheel, try to get. So they dropped her charges after kidnapping her without a fucking warrant. So you don't know anything about this case. You need to be quiet. Don't ask, you know what I'm saying, anything about what's going on in this case. Let you go back and research the thousands of hours. You know what I'm saying? So then you get this dumb fuck right here next on Trailer Park Chronicles. He's more worried about Pug One Life and eating greasy fucking cock meat sandwiches from Greasy Randy. You know what I'm saying? He's eating Randy cock meat sandwiches. You know, whatever this guy. I can't hold my thought. You know, it's crazy that you can get hit in the face with a grenade, not hit the ground. You know, I'm a prior special weapons and tactics. I've had other people come in here, been law enforcement, and go, dude, I've watched. That's insane, dude. I've been blasted with hearing protection and with a concussion in the room, and makes me go to my goddamn knees. Makes me, whoa, dude, you got crushed in it right in the face. You know what I'm saying? And get just smashed. You know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up, George. Look at George. He's a fucking idiot. He's still asking about why my IP. He doesn't understand. Like that dumbass fucking in here earlier that you could get his IP address and be up at his. Do you know anything? You know what I'm saying? Look at George. What a fucking idiot. It's okay. No worries, brothers, sisters. It doesn't. I'm not trying to. I have no qualms against George. People do not. You know. There we go. Look at, we got a Mexican American right there. See what I'm saying, brothers, sisters? I live in this country where I defended the right of the people, and all people come in this chat do, and they don't care about my son or daughter's dead or missing body. They want to say something's wrong with me, want to push drugs on me because they don't like or agree with what I'm saying. You know, the original thing when I came here was a Byss. Man, I knew I was supposed to be in this world. It's like, damn, nobody thinks like I do. Everybody's weird and crazy, or I'm the crazy one. So I'll be the crazy one. You be all the sane and normal people, because you define right now if you want to stay in this chat or fuck off, you're a bunch of drug addicts. When's the last time you guys ate sugar or stopped eating sugar? Corn syrup much? You're all a bunch of drug addicts. I want to hear it. So stop pushing drugs on people. The government pushes more drugs on anybody than anybody, right? Oh, yeah. The number one drug dealer is Donald Trump. $2.2 trillion jab. Never been a more selling a real estate or you know, commercial building ever sold, which is the highest, outpaced with the $2.2 trillion record earnings, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson. That's why they do things to people like me, because I point out shit like this, and you guys just want to sleep on all of this. Allow this to happen in your country. I took an oath to the right of the people, and I'm not going to stop talking until they throw me in the dirt. I took an organic right to the people, natural law, color of law, Black's law, whatever you want to call it. I understand. I'm a lot older than all of you in the room combined, because I'm eternal. I don't do this death nonsense and time. You're an idiot. It's not 2025. God's not in the sky. Get out of here. I don't care what you think. Father, protect me that day. There's no way you get hit in the side of the fucking face with a grenade and still stand up without hearing protection, not drop like a sack of potatoes. Father, you want to see proof of a God, which faith is the things unseen. Father is Åbƴśś, which you obviously, you know, you're older, but you know more. Cody, you're not older than me. I'm eternal. So, you know what I'm saying? So you live in a linear fashion. I never end. So I'm not saying, and I don't care what I know. Don't matter what I know, but I'm just trying to, George, you say you don't think, but I didn't get my son killed. Okay, George is in here going off about getting my son killed again. Okay, goodbye, child. You have no idea that Father created everything that ever was. He created you to say that, George. You know that? Father creates all things. So, and anybody who's like tripping about my face, that you can't see my fucking eyes, it's because the light is above my eyes. You guys are fucking childish. So people are so into this idolatry and imagery. So see what I'm saying? And then they're right on time. Boom! Did you see that, brothers, sisters? Father's timing is impeccable. I wish you wouldn't have silenced that one, but that's okay. Because see, perfect timing. They were writing that right as I was. Hello. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. You dumb fucking idiot, Bill. You idiot, Bill. Do you see you just had to eat your fucking words, man? Trying to be cool, huh? I'm out here in the desert. It's cold. I'm wearing my hat where the light's just above. I have 9.5 foot ceiling. See how stupid the fucking you are for opening your mouth without even thinking about, and then you worry about what you see. See, there we go. Look, nobody's sagging anything, dumbass. No, you want to eat cock meat sandwiches, Bill. You want to be ass raped by some fucking big Bob and get double stuffed like an Oreo, because you're probably an American who pays W-2 tax dollars. They wear their pants sagging so they can be open and invite to be ass raped. Know what you're talking about, idiot. So calling you out because now, see, look at all this person worries about. We're going to do a little lesson here is imagery. Yeah, the most high. What kind of fucking drugs are you on there, Bill? Dwell in temples made by hands. You work at all? You have any calluses on your hand? You on a Wi-Fi router? Bill's powerless over me. Don't worry about it. He don't even make his own power. You know what I'm saying? He pays a power bill, and his power bill goes up. I've already paid, and my power bill is already. I'm the power company. We could shut off Bill. So be quiet, Frankie, for a minute. When I make an example, I'll make an example out of you, Frankie. Frank Rizzo, listen here, jerky. Not like beef. It's what's for dinner. I wish to make a burger, huh? Come on, you stupid phone holder. So, anyways, it's my OCD. I have to have it straight. Oh, excessive compulsive disorder. There we go. Mucho better. So I don't have any stories. It's a witness that Bill's an idiot. He came in here and started talking about not that I was sagging my pants. Then he wanted to try to butt fuck me because he talked about my pants were sagging because in prison they do that. So Bill, we're making an example out of Bill being an idiot. He don't know what he's talking about. He's running his mouth, just like says other. We make examples out of people in here, and people come in here and try to troll. We troll the trolls. We get them hooked, like like letter J on phonics. Maybe Bob's got. I was holding him. He's face raping Bill. Said double stuff like he got fish lip face raped twice and got double stuff ass rape. Maybe he'll have to put stitches in his asshole and his face. And he paid for it as an American tax holder because he's an American. So, once again, another person that doesn't care, has no humanity, and because my words are different than yours, you don't like me. You tell me I need to take drugs and push drugs on me. Tell me you want me to take a dirt nap. You want the government to kill me, push drugs on me, and then lay down, talk to the psychiatrist, take pills, take drugs, take a nap, like the drug dealers. The government, the number one drug dealers. You know who kills more people than government? Religion. So fuck your government and fuck your religion. I took an oath to the right of the people, and you want people's rights violated. You want to violate my asshole. You want to throw me in a rape cage. Somebody's angry at the world. See, then you got Richard, like dickhead here. Little dick. You're just little dick, Richard, like little Richard. And you think I'm angry. Can you report your son dead, murdered? Look at Bill, once again, opening his fucking mouth, talking about two wheels, autonomous. Take your little unicycle out of here, Bill. So it's called passion. I'm not angry at anybody. I'm just biding my time till I can go. I can hate, but I'm not angry, and I'm not hateful. I hate the sin that people commit, not the sinner. You guys are idiots. You don't know what's going on here in my life. So that's okay. There'll be people who listen. There'll be people that just don't get it, brothers and sisters. Hell is the word no knowledge. So Frankie, Bill, all these people, they're just, how about this? Most people go to hell. Let's go back to the subject. So we'll stop talking and trolling the trolls, and we'll teach. So go broke with Harley, right? So you know nothing. This beanie guy knows it all. Stop talking about my beanie. No talk about the free power. Yes, we already talked about free power in here, Dab. Slack a dab. Yabba dabble do. Don't moderate Dab. We talk about free power, free energy, the whole currents, Tesla, millimeter wave, sound frequency, Torah, toroidal field waves, like the church, windows. So is that what you were talking about? Is that what you were trying to talk about? Good of the blue-blooded American. Oh, blue bloods. Uh-oh, here we go. Electricity. Oh, slab. Okay. Slab's actually talking about something that I would talk about. How do you have free power? Like, what is the source? The sun. wind, sun. It's not free. I pay for that, and then the Father gives me free energy. I'm empowered, baby. So nobody's gonna come in here on a Wi-Fi router or eat microwave food or corn syrup, box bag or flag flavored poison. I eat fresh butt nuggets right out the back of a chicken's ass every day. I don't eat pink slime, million cow burger, 1,000. I eat a single cow beef burger. I don't go do what people do. So it's hard to see when you move your camera. So it's got based off of what you say. Oh, okay, cool. Well, don't worry about what you see there, Dab, or you'll get thrown out of here. Because idolatry and imagery is the word pornea. If you're worried about what you see, then you have to go away. Jezebel, don't go away mad. Girl, just go away. So take your 2 big feet. Whatever, Chewbacca didn't have a threesome with Anakin Skywalker and have Wookiee with an Ewok. We got big feet. You can take your big balls and the man's nuts, grab them and get out of here. So, okay, Jezebel? If man evolved from apes, why are there still apes? Are you telling me you're on Planet of the Apes? So stop it. I'm not going to hear any of your nonsense in here, like America, that makes no sense. Are you a buffalo herder? These buffaloes don't shit or piss and never ask to be fed. So, yes, there you go. But you brought up free energy. So how about whole current technology? How about ether technology? Let's get a little more advanced than my stupid little, not even photovoltaic, multiple, more silver, more energy. Save silver, save lives. Not for monetary reasons, but ether technology. That's what Cody's talking about. You wanted to bring up something. I'll change the subject for a minute. So, Brenda, you need to, are you in the city, Brenda? Oh, I'll stop. Somebody's actually asking a question that they can answer. Brenda, do you own a water filter, Brenda? Let's start, Brenda. We're going to base Brenda and you'll graft into the vine. So do you have a water filter, Brenda? Okay, the #1 killer, and please don't freak out, will be population density. So you need to get away from chaos. Don't sit there like a duck in a pond. It says in scripture, if they come for what you have, give the rest of what you own. You should probably have this split up and have a cache somewhere else. So you have to start with this filter right here, with the last filter you ever have. And you have a pouch. I don't mean to go there, Brenda, because that guys don't have. You could hide that from the guys. Okay? So you can filter Flint, Michigan water through this. There we go. Bill, you're a prick. You know that. Get Bill out of here. Moderate Bill. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they do have options, Dab. The fuck out of the city. Stop making. Dax said, work harder. Nobody gives a fuck. No, he said, work harder. Nobody cares. So, I don't. Why would they put gotcha? They freaking moderated Brenda that said gotcha. So, okay, Brenda, hold on. We're going back to talk to Brenda. There are a lot of options. You have money. So, listen, you guys, get out of the cities. Get out of the cities. Get out. Jeremy, you are working your ass off in here, man. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate it, man. You're getting the massive. Here, let me help you here a little bit. Some of these people are just gone. Natural filters consist of soot, sand, rocks, and pebbles, and ostrich skin. Paul might get a wrench if he keeps putting stuff like that in there. Or work people who don't have options. Okay, but Brenda, I understand that. So I'm going to give you some other options, okay? I'll give you other options, Brenda, that nobody else is going to give you. I'll give you the best preparedness. I'm one of the best preparedness channels on YouTube. Seriously, I mean, I've used and collaborated with other content creators and stuff, and I have some stuff that that will help you in that situation for people who can't leave, Brenda. There's people who can't leave the U.S. They can't leave where they're at. They're caretakers. They take care of their family. They're not going to leave. I understand. Okay. Some people can, some people can't. There are some things you can do, though. Like what, who said that earlier? Said put something about making a water filter. So what if your water filter gets taken from you? Do you know how to make a water filter? If you can make a fire, you can make a water filter. So So thank you, Paul. You know, somebody who understands magnetics. Huh, interesting. Like your compass pointed to the south, north. A magnetic excursion and a pole shift are two different things. Pole shift, when the compass be pointed to the south. But anyways, okay, so Brenda, let's go back. If you're in a city, okay, I'm thinking of buying a home in Afghanistan. Thoughts on neighborhoods is not great thoughts. No, try to go to the country. I don't care, Afghanistan. I'd rather live in Afghanistan right now than America. Seriously, I'd rather live in Afghanistan than America. But that's just me. Don't take what I'm saying. Yes, Cody, many. Hold on, Cody. I got an answer for you too, man. There's not enough room for everyone to move out of the city and have acres of land. Not everyone wants to have the city, and property is not cheap. Okay, listen. Yes, there is. Slack Dab, you're an idiot. You know nothing about the population density. So I'm going to moderate you if you lie in here. 90% of the world's populace lives within 100 miles of the coastline because of ports and harbors and, you know, supply chains. So you're lying. Okay? You're lying. That is totally false. There is so much density of the rock we live on that is not populated. So you're a liar. So don't lie in here. I know the population density. I just told you what it is. So it's a complete lie what you said. Now stay on track here. Okay? So anyways, don't say that. There is plenty of room for everybody. There's enough resources on this rock. 10 families have consumed 50% of this world's resources. There is enough resources where no man or woman or child should ever starve. So, yes, there's plenty of land. There's more than enough land for everybody to have plenty of land. And if we didn't sit there and try to hang in some little gathering place and put up shit, we would have more than enough the food and not by trying to even put up stores. But you got dumbasses like Core Lintz or something that don't even understand shit about population density. So, and common sense can overcome any of the obstacles, even beyond human comprehension. We can build up vertical farms and robots. There we go. You see, this person wants to go into a kind of future high-tech redneck. I'm not against this. Communing with people with like-minded, like what Peaceful said. But we should be more hunter-gatherer, okay? You know what I'm saying? It's 40% of the people, you goofy. What the fuck is he talking about? Pork. Swine. Come in here as swine. So, listen, 90% of the populace lives within 100 miles of the fucking coastline, dumb fuck. Pork, you idiot. So, I'm not talking to you anymore. If you say anything else stupid in here, moderate you. And Dab, stay on subject once again. Brenda. Okay? Brenda, you have to stay where you're at. What I want you to do, there's two kinds of, most people think they're going to come out to the cities, from out of the cities to come out to people like, yes, there you go. 4G, Brenda, listen to me. I'm not going to listen to these other dumbasses. Brenda, listen. You women were the fucking shit, and I apologize for cursing, because you were the agrarians, okay? Cool, Paul, thank you. On the right, okay, cool, Paul, outstanding, man. Paul, you want a wrench? I'll give you a wrench. Keep putting stuff like that. I'll take it away from you. Number 10 socket your ass. Start saying stupid shit. We'll lose you. You'll lose your wrench. We call it the number 10 socket. Hey, we have to lose moderators that kind of come off subject or, you know, whatever, stay on subject or put fruit in here or something like, hey, you know, you can have 10 rabbits and produce as much meat as a whole cow's worth of meat. 3 does and $7. That's kind of stuff I want people putting in this ministry. That's what we do. Well, let's care about all these people put stupid shit. You know, the president's a PDF file. So is the last one. We don't do politics in here. We're trying to help people out who want to help themselves. So comments like this, because they have worms. There's another one like certain days that end in Y or something like that. So no, I would never eat an Impossible Burger. Hail to the no, Joe. So Brenda, back talking to you. Brenda, listen, you need to prepare to bug in. Most people think they're going to come out to the city where I'm at. It takes 5 years to become part of this little hick town out here. So you're going to come on a whim and stink like the city. You smell like the city when you come from the city. You don't even speak the right dialect when you come out here. So, you come out to the country, we got sniper rifles and backhoes. Remember? Oh, that's what they say, you know, so, no, that's bullshit. Fuck off, Joe. That's not true. You know how much is bullshit? Joe's a liar. Get out of here, Joe. That's totally false. So, anyways, that's what I'm saying. Do you hear that, Los Los? Los Los, I'm going to give you a wrench. Los Los, listen. I don't want to see people's Negro, okay? I don't care about your Negro. And, you know, we don't sup with vipers. So if you want to moderate people out of here for just saying stupid things, please, that are not on subject, appreciate you coming in here, returning. And let's keep people on subject in here. That's all we're trying to do. Is we're not trying to gain anything from anybody. It's just a channel where you come glean. Filter all things that are said here anyways. You're not supposed to believe what man says. Remember, he said, believe no man. So, Brenda, listen, I'm going to give for some kind of advice that you think that people are going to get out of the cities, and you're not. Some people can't leave. So I don't want you to think that you should ever leave, and even try to leave if you can't. I think you're toast if you're in the city, but probably not. We tend to overreact. Oh my God, did you hear what happened to Grandma? What the fuck happened, man? Holy shit, did she die? No, she won the fucking lottery, dumbass. See, your brain is always going to think like that, correct? You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? How that works? Your brain is going to trigger the worst, you know, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. So, okay, look at, we got, so get rid of bubonic plague over here. Some fucking, you know, prairie dog disease, you know, get out of here, weasel. Okay, anyway, so listen, you're going to, okay, goodbye, pork sword. Get the fuck out of here, you stupid motherfucker. Spread information. Yeah. Buy a water filter. That's the information. You're gonna, there's 90% of the populace lives within 100 miles of the ocean. There's no overpopulation density. That's bullshit. That's fucking, there's no, you know, this is stupidity. I'm not gonna hang out with vipers. He said, do not sup or cast your pearls before swine. Don't break bread with people who don't want to listen. Don't try to help people who don't want to help themselves. Greatest of all time. Goats are goats, sheep are sheep. You can't turn goats into sheep. You can't turn sheep into goats. That's already chosen from the foundation of the world. So I'm only speaking to sheep, not goats. Okay? Don't worry about it. I don't care about what people think of me. The world is not to be, you're not to be loved by the world. It says if you're loved by the world, that is agape, you'll be hated by my Father. The word nice means to be stupid, or the word stupid means to be nice. You want to come in here and be an idiot? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to come in here and do anything but share information to help others, so that in the future it's going to get worse. That's what the scripture says. Sorrows, not great again, and peace and MAGA. It says sorrows. It's going to get a lot worse, and we can be prepared for that and have extra oil and try to help people. So anyways, a water filter, Brenda, is something that you're going to need. And if you have to bug in, you don't want to, listen to me, Brenda. Are you still in here, Brenda? I'm pretty sure you are. Brenda, listen, you're going to want to make a plan not to put a big heat signal, light signal. So you need to purchase blackout curtains, Brenda. Listen to me. I'm only talking to Brenda. Please moderate, or anybody who's, yep, there we go. Blackout curtains and duct tape. Run Ham Solo right on time. Look at that. Thank you, Father, for bringing Ham Solo in. Perfect timing. So you want to be able to not make, you want to already listen to me, Brenda. You want to, so you want to have your food prepared already, Brenda. You don't want to be cooking that stuff. So I want you to look into like MRE warmers, even like a sterno or something, where you don't need to prepare. You can even eat these backpack meals, freeze-dried meals, not this bullshit Patriot Supply with oats and pancake mix, and you can make all that yourself. You need protein, you need meat, you need nutrition, and you need high nutrient dense food. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say unnecessary. He gets hostile fast. Hey, Dab, come here, Dab. Stand up here, Dab. You're damn fucking right. When people spread information, disinformation, I get accused of spreading disinformation. So speak up, Dab. Hostile, you're a dumbass. You would know the difference between passion and anger, shithead. So leave. Why are you still in here gleaning from this chat? Just fucking leave. You could have left on your own, but you did. You chose to speak up and say the stupidity that you did. Hostile, get the fuck out of here, child. I'm trying to help people and you call me hostile. This is the wrong channel for you. Go the fuck on somewhere else and go spread your other nonsense somewhere else, okay? Slack dab, yabba dabba do. I think you took too many dabs. You know these fucking dab hits that say, I can't get high off a flower. So, anyways, moving on. It's hostile, you know. What stupidity? There we go. And then what he says, fucking man child, JFC. Look at that's what he had to say. That was his response, guys. Couldn't produce any fruit. So get him out of here. Get Slack Dab out of here. Slack a Dabs had too many yabba dabba doos. Too many hits off that glycol dragon dick. Go hit your electric dick dragon pen somewhere else. Yeah, your glycol's got, you know, embalming fluid. You've been frontal lobotomized. You can't even make any sense like America. So go away. Okay. So let's move back on. So Brenda, you're going to have to deal with people like this, Brenda, that have not a water filter, Brenda, that don't have any, they got a fucking YouTube or a Netflix account, a Starbucks card. You know what I'm saying? So Brenda, anyway, so Brenda, listen, you need to take care of the people in your area. Find like-minded people. Okay. Brenda, I don't have to talk to them, Brenda. I just bounce off the trolls. Maybe you've never been here. I could just leave them alone and not talk to them or have them side. But I do that. That's what makes this channel what it is. If you've been here, I don't have to answer anybody, Brenda. I have enough control. I've had a TikTok channel that we would put 1,500 people in a room with 8 people in here talking to me, and I could still run the channel. So I just toy with people, kind of hook them like dangle that golden carrot in front of them and let them chase it. You know, then they leave and I don't have to pay, you know, any rent space and for me, because I never think about anybody unless they become part of the ministry. Everybody comes in here, tries to knock me off their dome. Remember Donnie come in here, try to talk about my son. And so, anyways, so Brenda, what I want you to start thinking about is if the lights go out, let's just say nothing nefarious because the sun has a solar flare, right? Or a volcano goes off from volcanism and blots out the sun, which would be called a nuclear winter. So now you're in a situation, you can't leave the city. It was some EMP attack from some, you know, nuclear bomb. These things could be a natural occurrence. How many people are displaced every day from weather? So it's just good to have a good preparedness plan anyways. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. It's better to have and not need than need and not have, you know. Polarity shift, not polar shift, Cody. Cody, a polar shift would be, the compass would be, a pole shift would be pointed to the south. That happens every 11 years on the sun, every 22 on the moon, meaning the compass would be pointed to the south. That's a magnetic polarity shift. A pole shift is a, you're not allowed, what's that show? I mean, didn't more. Not too much anymore. Chris, now listen, that brings up a bit. Don't try to put away canned food, guys. Canned food doesn't last. Yes, a bug. Listen, if you can call it, if you could change skin vedi, if you could just change it, your verbiage skin, if you could, to a go bag. Because then it won't sound so, you should have a go bag, okay? Skin evadi, you call it a go bag if you could, right? It's a go bag. That way it's not so, oh my God, it's the end of the world. And people will talk to you a little more. Your vernacular matters a lot. Like I have a shelter, not a bunker. It's 3 feet down. It's 3 stories down from it, but I don't have a bunker. Bunker sounds like it's the end of the world. I'm trying to make it. Why are you putting away all that food? Because you think it's the end of the world? No, I'm trying to put away food for 25 years, dumbass, because I think I can make it, you fucking idiot. It's not going to be the end of the world. Why would you want to live in it? No, that's not the way it's going to be. You are just doom and gloom. Fear porn. So, okay. Cool. Have you seen this torch lighter? This is the baddest torch lighter ever. Diana. Diana, listen, that's pretty cool. Listen, Diana, have you seen this torch lighter, Diana? Yes, slow down a little bit, Diana. Slow down. I like what you're saying. And everything you're saying is good because I want to bring somebody who talks about canned vegetables. Thank you so much for coming in, Jeremy, working out. Your fingers are huge, huh? My moderators have the biggest fingers on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because, so you guys got a tough job. I know this. We throw 20,000 people out of here a week sometimes. So we're not trying to gain anybody's subscription. We got people that produce fruit. So have you seen this lighter, Vinny, and I'm still talking to you, Brandon. I got a few markers here. Look at this. This is called, look at this. This is a Bic. Why didn't they come out with this years ago? Good if I wanted to choose it. These are the baddest. Yes, thank you, Jeremy, for your moderator. I know this is a tough channel. We throw so many people out, but that's cool. You know, we only want people putting fruit in here. So things like this. You guys ever seen this candle lighter? Down into the, down into your fire down. So you're not just trying to light the outside. This, you light a fire kind of from the inside out. You make a pyramid, or there's lots of ways. Offline, guys. Order this offline. You'll find them, but I can't find them at Dollar General anymore. I live one way out in the middle of nowhere, and they've only had 5 of these. I have one in the package, but these are awesome because you can take any Bic lighter and put it in there. I don't know why they didn't come out with these years ago. These are the baddest things since sliced bread. Okay, but listen, that's true. That's true, Diana. And have a flint. I agree. Get a torch, Diana. But remember, let's use what we have. Let's use all our tools. Try to get waterless match, strike anywhere matches. I have all that in my go bag. You know what I'm saying? I have all those, right? We want to use all. I like the torch. Torch is badass. Torches are insane. You can, you got a fire going like that. Why play around? I like your style. I want you on my team. Diana walks over there. I'm all. She's like, get away. So I like your style. You know what I'm saying? But still have the flint. Still have, still know how to start a fire with a. Right? Shouldn't do. What is this shouldn't do? Slack-a-dab is talking more nonsense. I have a Sunfire Tech. Nice. Okay, so Brenda, you're still in here. So Brenda, I want you to make a plan to bug in because there's people who are not going to be able to bug out or go. You're not leaving the cities. You should make a plan to bug in as opposed to bug out. You need to live at your bug out. You have a go bag to go bug out. The name of the Bic lighter. Get the row X. So yeah, we're just here trying to help each other. So if you have an idea that is work and can add here, so yes, there we go, Brenda. So you still need to try to have a go bag in your car because you never know. So now listen to me, Brenda. Listen to me. I'm going to give you probably the best economic advice. Well, monetary, it could save your life. That's that. What's that worth? Okay. And I'm not saving your life because nobody's saving anybody. You have to endure to the end to be saved. But Brenda, listen, shortest route. Hear me out, Brenda. You're not going anywhere. But maybe you, because you like to give this to other people, like good sound advice. I know this. I'm a military police. I've dealt with, ambush type of, all this, moving high dignitaries through defiles, all this. I know how to move traffic. That's what I did as a police officer, was traffic crash reconstruction. So I know movement. I know how to move people. I'm a fucking military police. I know how to move fucking battalions of people. You know what I'm saying? I'm a people mover, not like some fucking mule that's moving people illegally. I'm talking about sometimes, you can move, says you move mountains. That's a horn or a trump. But anyway, so the shortest way out of town is going to be the longest way because everybody's going to jump on that short route out of town. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Put a 1 in the chat if you get it, because most people aren't, and they're going to go try to jump on that shortest way, and it's going to get clogged up. So thank you, Cody. Appreciate it. Much agape. You see what I'm saying, guys? Does that make sense, Brenda? So you wouldn't want to go, your instinct's going to want to go, see what I'm saying? No, you're going to want to take that long route, even though it looks like that's going to be the shortest route. Might take a little longer, but it's going to be short. And leave. Maybe you're a caretaker. You don't need to tell me your situation. You have to stay there. So now I want you to make no fucking noise, Brenda. And I don't like this shelter in place bullshit. It's fight or flight. But we sometimes as a hero, you duck and you don't take. December 2nd is the day that the court case will be over. I'm either going to jail or they're going to release the charges. Okay, so 11 Bravo. So you're a military veteran. So you know what I'm talking about, Sean. Better to have and not need than need not have. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. That's, remember, soldier, I'd rather move out and draw fire. You know, rather be 5 years too early than 5 seconds too late. Preparedness is a lifestyle, brothers and sisters. You don't do it in a panic. How do you think soldiers go in and kick down doors without asking questions? Because you have done it so many times that you don't think about it. It's move out and draw fire. I said move out. All I want to see, about peace. All I want to see is elbows and assholes, soldiers. Carry on. No, we don't really do shout outs here. I don't know what that's all about. So use the shirt you're given for self-defense against the sharp or watching objects. Train with shirt and self-defense. My husband is. Yes, Diana. There you go. So Diana, so you've already have some self. You don't want to have to do that if you have to, but you know what I'm saying, you can protect your home. So that's awesome that you work with your husband, and that's badass. You guys are a team. Remember, you're equally yoked under this covenant, and that's good that you guys work and know that everything's going to always be peaches and cream. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, God forbid you have to protect yourself. You're supposed to be out of the damn way when it happens, right? Don't be fighting people for toilet paper down there at the store. You buy toilet paper when the store's open, not closed, and when they're selling the last roll of it, right? Preparedness is a lifestyle, soldiers. As a soldier of God, he said have extra oil, did he not? And he's not talking about baby oil like Donald Trump paid for the Hollywood bath parties at his Trumpstein Island. Wrong oil. And he said, have your lamps trimmed and burning bright. So, and that's weird. I never drink it. I got some more of those coffees. I'm doing drugs, caffeine and corn syrup. Bad dad. So anyways, not the digital oil either. Okay, so some of you guys got it. No, whatever. I'll keep going on the road with YouTube. So I've been on YouTube, Diana, for 12 years. It's not my first YouTube channel. I am TV. I am the host of Truth Viral Television, where the truth goes viral. So America Ever After. Pemmican. There we go, Brenda. There we go. Good stuff. You're on it, Brenda. If you know what that is, you have the book, The Lost Ways, Brenda. You're on it, lady. You got a husband that's yoked like that with you, somebody who will be a team member. You just keep going. Just keep doing what you're doing. You'll have extra bread and extra fish, and you'll not just survive, you'll thrive, and you'll be able to provide. So again, what I want you to do, if you haven't already talked about, there you go. Jen is like, it's a preparedness thing. It could be by weather, guys. It doesn't have all the stuff clears out except for that impossible food, right? What we do is we prepare for the worst and we hope for the best. It's like, you don't sit there and freak out about like, okay, honey, well, we've noticed that Tornado Alley used to be over kind of like, go get one of those small ones, honey. We don't need anything like that big. We just, And what we'll do is we'll tell the neighbors that we just give them extra tomatoes or something. We'll buy them if we have to, or bring them some canned tomatoes. Say, we have too many tomatoes. We're just digging a root cellar. They won't even think it's a bunker, and then they'll think it's the end of the world. We got extra tomatoes, and this fucking crazy hippie neighbors, they put away food. We could just go to the store. They always got all kinds of waxy, shiny food flavored poison for us in box bagged and canned. We don't need to worry. These crazy neighbors over there got a root cellar, right? No, they probably wouldn't even think twice, right? But if you think about it, people are going to call you fear porn and say that you're crazy, but they don't have, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Toto, and they're blown away to the next county. And how long is one of these videos? You ever seen how long that somebody's in when there's like a tornado or hurricane? How long are they in that normally? 20 or 126 years. Remember, he was building an ark, and never one rain did it drop on this rock, and he was scoffed at for decades. But then remember, bam, that door slammed shut, and they were on the other side of the door. So try to remember that there will come a day where you will have your Noah moment. Maybe it'll be weather. I'm already having my Noah moment. My channel, America Ever After, is exactly what's going on in this country. Truth Viral Television is exactly what's going on in this country now. I have 12 years on YouTube. I have collaborated with other content creators, been on InfoWars, done work, a lot of things off this platform, on the platform as well. So Father created me to do this. What I do is I need a vehicle, a horse. So maybe a vehicle, that's it, So that's the way it works. For me, I'm not here to try to impress the world. I'm here to do what Father tells me, and preparedness is a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Father made me. I joined the military at 17 years old. You're not going to tell me to stop serving people. I was willing to lose my flesh life at 17 years old, making an adult decision. Went in the Army's delayed entry program and said, basement. How do I get people to pay attention? You can't, Brenda. At this time, Brenda, listen, that's the service another entity in you, okay? You're human being, your humanity, okay? I don't do all these other weird, you want to serve because you know that is the right and righteous thing because God made you that way. You're not, Tango, man, you got sharp paws. He just put his big old claws. He only need a 130-pound dog and put all his on my feet here. Okay, that to be scared as fuck to put in position to where, yes, Waylon, yes. Yes. Waylon's so right. Damn, Waylon, that's outstanding. Listen, and he's right. Listen what Waylon just said, Brenda, and everybody in the room. Listen, Waylon's right. See, our two-party system in America is the perfect system for what Waylon's saying. As long as that hope stays alive. Remember, Obama ran on hope and change. How'd that work out? With a bunch of pocket lint, right? $10 trillion in 8 years. But anyway, so he ran on hopium, and then they got this slam of the Kool-Aid and drinking the hopium and pizza wide gate and all that. Okay, but anyway, so he's correct, though. Like the Dutch farmers over there. Listen, Waylon is correct. When we have a two-party, I'm not saying I want a ruler or whatever, but we'd probably be better to have somebody like Putin that would be in the system for more than oh my God, the donkey pissed me off so much that I'm going to vote for the elephant. That keeps the hope alive. Do you understand? It's called hopium, and he's right. Listen to what I'm saying. So people have to lose, like in America, see, that keeps the hope alive. There's record votes for the donkey when they pissed off, and then they go to and it just keeps that hope alive. See, he's correct. Waylon's right. People have to lose all hope to get up off their ass to do something about it. Don't be one of those people, brothers and sisters. Waylon is absolutely right. Until they lose all hope, they will not do a damn thing about it. Does that make sense? Yeah, look at all these idiots in here, brothers and sisters. These people don't have a water filter. They're going to be the kind of people you have to be prepared for. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay, Brenda? These are the people that now, Brenda, they don't have a water filter. They've lost all fucking hope, right? Yep. So listen to me. So now, Brenda, you're going to have to act with somebody who is very insulin, probably from too much corn syrup, too much sugar, who lives in America, coddled if you live in America, Brenda, and never gone without missing a whole day, let alone a whole meal. You know, a single meal. There are Americans that have never missed a meal their whole life. Adults in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. There you go. There you go. You know, Cody, tell people this. Cody, switch up your verbiage. I'm giving you Cody's getting a wrench. Cody, listen, tell people this because you guys got good. I just want to add to what you guys already saying. Cody, tell them. You don't go to Costco to buy toilet paper when it's closed, you dumbasses. You go when they're open. And you don't go down there when they're selling the last box, bag, or can or roll of toilet paper, right? You will go get it before remember the TP debacle? Now they're going to have a 2.0. You're on it, Cody. You know what I'm saying? Tell them that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't go to Costco when they're closed. That's when people want to go when they lose all hope, brothers, sisters. See, it adds into what we're saying. That's when they're going to get up off their ass and go to Costco when they're closed, brothers, sisters. That's when they're going to buy fucking gold and silver here pretty soon. When this silver hits $50, it's to the moon, brothers, sisters. There's no Fibonacci top moving day average. It could go anywhere, and I'm not advocating this. I'm just saying the same type of mentality, you know? So, Brenda, Cody, listen, you guys, we know this. People are going to not act with their heads because they have been so coddled by food and sugar and going to the store and having so much, you know, access to this that they've never missed a meal. They've never been without and in about. Say, hold your thought for 1 minute. Back in the day, you get up, you're a wild person. I don't know where you just, bam, you're in the middle of this Cro-Magnon man or whatever, right? You're out there by yourself. You can piss wherever you want, shit wherever you want. You got total what we call freedom. You don't have anybody with you there to violate your, you know, you gain somebody, you lose. But anyway, so you get up every day. What are you thinking about? Shit, I need to eat. And I need to get warm before that sun comes down. And I almost fucking die every night. Oh, the sun comes up. Oh, right. So you're thinking about one thing. They used to say people think with their gut, brothers, sisters, not with their heads. See, people think they think with their heads. People used to wake up and think with their gut. Makes sense? Put a 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Because that's where people's mentality is going to go back to. They'll have a head, but they won't be using it anymore. Okay? They won't use it anymore because they'll start to go when their stomach starts growling and they're motivated by empty mouths waiting at home or theirs, and they've never missed a meal because they're a coddle-ass American who doesn't understand, hey, we should probably miss a meal every once in a while so we don't turn into a complete nightmare. Your lady is freaking out on you because she's freaking anemic and she needs some fucking food, dude. Stop arguing with her on where to go. Stick some food in her mouth. She'll probably operate a little better. Dumbass. Stop arguing with what you fucking did. Get with your wife. Just buy her something. Stick some food in her mouth. She'll act a lot better. Say, okay, anyway, so I don't have a denomination. So, but anyways, so if somebody has not missed a meal, they're going to go, and I'm a police officer, done, you know, crowd control. People are going to lose their minds after about 5 to 6 hours. They are going to go from hungry to angry. You know what I'm saying? Angry. And after about 8 hours, they're going to get us what is called hangry. I've seen people like this, bro. You don't want to deal with people who are hungry because about that time, that's when they lose their head. That's hangry. That's when they lose their head. You know what I'm saying? And then they're not thinking with their gut anymore. They're starting to use their gut. And then they look at you like that chicken on the whatever. God, I can't get that. Foghorn Leghorn looking at you like you're some kind of turkey leg or something, drooling. Like, why are you drooling at me, man? Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, you look at T-Bone. Your name's Tracy T-Bone, right? Oh, what side, the left or the right side? You know, you're like, dude, you know, because they're thinking about is with their gut now. And they're not going to think with their head. You think they'll have a head, but it's severed. They walk around motivated by that gut. You know what I'm saying? There you go. There we go. Katrina, look at what they were doing. They were savages after Katrina. Thank you, Brenda. There you go. Primal instincts come back. This is where, brothers, sisters, you want to have a community away from people not fighting and then thriving in that community in some small little country town, wooded, anything, just away from narrow is the way that leads to Christ. through this little country roads are narrow. Broad is the way that leads to hell. All the cities have big, broad clover leaves and wide frosted Lucky Charms. Never mind. They're magically delicious. Wide highways that leads to hell. The cities, I think, are going to burn down because there's too much tech in the cities. If they get hit by like an EMP or something, they're just going to, it's not going to work well. So that's right. Waylon is correct. Waylon is correct. I don't care if you go try to sneak off, put some cloaking device on, and try to sneak up into some little country narrow road. Thank you, Waylon. And think you got some bug out. They know where you're at, satellite. Thank you. Damn, Waylon, you're getting a wrench, man, because you're bringing in the heat in here. He's right. There's nowhere you're going to hide, guys. They know everywhere we go. Starlink much? Stinky muskrat. So good combo, guys. We're having this. I love it. I know I should have stayed up a little later. I should do later chats. You know what I'm saying? Be in the world, but not of it. Have time to prepare and are not listening. There we go. That's right. So distant shows are cautionary tales. That's right. Dystopians are. There we go. So Brenda, you're getting a wrench now. I don't know why I didn't already give you a wrench. So we're going to give you a wrench, Brenda. Thank you. So Brenda, let's go back to what I'm saying too, because I've done a lot of studies on this.